The Origins of Life, Chi Creation, Part 3. So, we've got the smile of a wave. So as it turns over, it's got the bias for the curve to go around it to create that smile. So it's really common, like in waves, obviously. Not all waves will have it because it depends how it turns over and stuff. But like if it turns from one side and goes along that way, but or it could all turn over at once. But this is common, and we commonly see it in nature as well. We see the straight ones in nature as well, but it varies, doesn't it? Every wave is different. They've all got different strengths, different amount of pressure going through it and stuff. But also another thing, so I spoke about the teeth of a wave, like in Reflections of Love and Light, and how the teeth would like smash against against the sand and the pebbles and all that kind of stuff, right? But it's not really good at it, is it? And it does wear down at it, and it depends how strong wave is and stuff like that. But it don't cut through, you know what I mean, as such. It's more like a thing that happens over time and stuff like. So when we see it happening here, how it can cut through the water, so like it can cut through there quite easily, dig its teeth into it and stuff. It's another aspect of it because we have the horn, but then the single tooth of the wave as well. And if you combine both of that information, and then we can see how it's used more. You know what I mean? So like teeth in anatomy, and this is like flesh, and then like how a lion gets its prey and all these kind of things and stuff. All that type of thing. So, some examples. You see wave come through. And it kind of creates that impact into water and stuff. Hold on. You've got all water that collects within it and all that kind of thing. So look now, our teeth go in. There were grooves that it leaves. I'll go back. It's all them grooves that it left there. Like it's just like the teeth going into water. I'll go back again. Well, there's quite a few on these videos and stuff. You just see so much. It's like about the how the wave fills, what happens after the wave. All spots of light, reflection, and wet sun shines through. What it looks like afterwards. It's all part of it. Like this part, each stage of a wave is all part of the anatomy. It's like this part now, bang, that what it. Once it floods, that's like the completion, the ultimate form of qigong, in that kind of sense. Like the reproductive part, because when you get like the curl of a wave, once it floods with the water, and that'll have its spin to it. See how those lines and stuff like. I'll go back for that a second. I just missed it, didn't I? Them bits. This is all part of it. So again, I mean, in the same sense of like it's aerodynamics for a penguin being able to dive into water, or a fish to swim through water and stuff. All the information is there in that same way. Ripples on it and stuff. Always conforming to like it's nature, you know. It's surrounding nature and everything. So we've got some shark eggs. We looked at one before. It's seaweed as well to compare it. You know, you get your bubble of seaweed, and then now it's attached. So this shark egg's got a spiral pattern. So you see in the wave shape how it coils. So you can compare it to your snail, your seashells, all those kind of things. And then you got two bits which come off the end. So it's two waves rolled together, and then you got a strand each, which is the tail of it, of the wave. So you can see your DNA pattern. So the wave and the wave is coiled together, giving you it all. So your DNA is all in that wave. Different shark eggs. You see, it's almost fish-like. So again, with all your strands at the ends and stuff, comparing it to seaweed. Again, like associating us to the plants and all these kind of things. Oh, also, you see the eye shape, the peacock feather as well, how it all connects. So how that looks like an eye, it looks like a reptilian eye, doesn't it? Like a crocodile or something. You look at the macro of it, it looks like the body of something. You know what I mean? It could be like a fish with fins at the sides and a tail there, its head up front. You know what I mean? That kind of sense. It's again a fish, but in the same shape of an eye. The eye having perspective if it was seen from front. Remember the snails, which look like eyes from underneath? So like the relationship between it all. More examples of shark egg. It's wide because it's the wave of a wave folded over, and it's kept that fold shape and continue to have it whilst it's gone for the rest of the roll of a wave. So again, a shark egg with the shark inside, how it looks like an eye, but also the plant, you know, because I'm wanting to like connect them all together. It's again with DNA in that way. It's like part of the package. You know, it does what it says on the packaging, and this packaging says it's going to be a I'm not sure which one. One of them ones. Large snotted cat shark. Let's see. I can't tell what it says. Snouted, maybe. You can see its third eye as well. Oh, maybe it's brain. And again, the eye, so it looks like a fish. A fish tail. No, it's just the casing. It's got a mouth, in a sense, like pincers. And fish like it's more shiny, like wet looking and all that kind of stuff. Has he got more of them here? Now here they look like we've got horns. We look like ant heads, if ant heads had horns, but we've got the pincers in that kind of sense. So again, with like DNA as well and all that kind of stuff, how the wave grows. So you got like the hooking part of it and stuff like. There's loads of things. They look like beetles as well, and they have all these, pincers and etc. and stuff like, which is all relevant because once you fit it onto the flower of life pattern, and you can see where they all go, everything's following the same pattern and stuff like. There's just some things that we've got like missing, like I haven't got antlers. It's kind of like, I suppose, like we haven't got that part attached to us and stuff. But again, how it looks like, you've got like wildebeests and all those type of things which have horns and all that, or tusks, or pincers. Except it looks like an ant. Yeah, and the tail at wave, how it fins off. Can't remember, I think it was the wave underneath. Like all the frothies come afterwards, so you've got the wall of the wave afterwards, like the dark area. But it's waiting to turn over. And so as you got like that part as well, you can see it wave there. Oh, what more to do with these? You see waves. Each feather has got like that white edge to it, so you can see like a roll of a wave. Each one of them's a wave in that kind of perspective. So same there, you can see like waves coming down. Overlapping each other. It's like that same information. It's like the body of the ocean, and that's what it's covered in. And this is just an extra wave which has come out, but you can see like the head shape. I suppose it's the horn. That's what I wanted to point out, because the head shape is like that horn shape. So like the roll of a wave and all these kind of things. On the parrot, we see the Fibonacci spiral better, don't we? And so when it gets to I, it's like that's where the tunnel leads to, like the window to the soul in that kind of sense. Like it leads you to it, like how art does. We use the Fibonacci spiral in art to direct a pathway for you to look at the correct picture, kind of thing, correct part of the picture. Again, all your waves overlapping, crisscrossing different directions and stuff. Some seashells which look like ducks' beaks. I just threw that one in there as they were going along. It weren't as irrelevant, but it is still relevant. Yeah, because of sea life, and well, it was coming from plants, and associating that because it's almost plant-like. So, like the previous video we showed about there, it's it's not folded at the top. This is the wall at wave, so it can see, but that's the previous wave that's crashed over. And then we've got these patterns, which are wave-like and stuff. We'll see it again later when we look at like wood patterns. It won't be this video, but as future reference. I've given a couple now. I've got a butterfly one as well. I've not shown you that yet. I don't think that'll be in this video either. But after wave's gone and all that kind of stuff, it's all drag, and it kind of leaves them lines. Or they could even be perceived as like individual waves coming towards this way. And you've got these. It looks different, you know, if you see it as waves, you know what I mean, when you can see it in that kind of light. And the pine cone likeness of it. It's also like a flower. They're like petals. Each petal got like a tip of colour to it. Generally like a lighter shade. So yeah, getting back onto the topic, the horns. So we've got a couple of horns on here and stuff. Again, like tree-like and all these kind of things. We've got a bit of a bend to them as well. So like have a wave smiles and stuff. Or it can arc, like how the tooth of a wave can come over. It's like indentation is how it pulls in with wave. See, even they look like finger-like. So we can compare his fingers to like the tooth of a wave in that way. And we said before about each segment to be like a time lapse. And so that's why it kind of like bends. You kind of get used to the direction before it remembers the next disorientation. It's difficult to remember whilst in a disorientated state and stuff. Like if you're falling down a hill, you know what I mean, you're rolling and all that kind of stuff. Like once you realise where you are, you've already changed position. What was that one for? I'm not sure. So you have a roll of a wave here. Just for example, I suppose. And again, although you got a third one, marking third eye, I suppose. Rottweilers. So we have a spot above there. It almost reminds me like, you know, where a horn could grow. Obviously there's the sun, you know what I mean, and we've related the sun to it already and stuff. So, you know, how it relates to it, it's like, you know, you put the butterfly over the dog's face and you can see where the butterfly markings would be in a sense. And so, you know, obviously its eyes and the sun, all that kind of thing. Sometimes they're darker. But their eyes tend to carry the colour as well. So back on horns. It's like a tooth of a wave. Same again there, whether that's the reflection or that's the reflection, or just reverse the information, you know what I mean? It just keeps being repeated, just in so many different ways. So yeah, it's doing the same thing, like it's a horn position, but it's its antenna in it. But it's showing you the wave in that kind of sense. So if that horn, if it did have horns, then it's showing you the same pattern, even though this is more elaborate, you know. But but we do see it in horns, like that ram's horn. You're seeing the same pattern. So here we're seeing it. You see how tree-like there, very plant-like, how it splits off in all those different directions. it's going to be next video that I get onto that bit, but it's all part of that being internal, that internal part of the wave. Once it becomes once it falls over and it captures a roll of water, as soon as it's done that, there's nothing to keep it in that shape. So suddenly, all the water has to let it go where the energy wants it to go, which is every direction. So that's why you've got all the spikes come out. So you get this bowing shape, which I've showed you on the previous series of the whales and leaf hoppers, all those kind of things and stuff. And they tend to have like a bow to them. So within the smile of a wave and all that kind of stuff. We've already associated that with it and stuff like, but this is like more extreme. So like you got your roll of a wave, which is all this bit. It becomes sparkly with all the light and stuff like. It's got the sunlight in it, all that red colour. This is it's real life stuff. It's upside down. You got your tail there, and again, you can replace it and make it at the top and then go down and stuff like. It might look better upside down for that one. I mean, the other side of it. There's a couple of those. Again, how it connects into the horn shape in that kind of way as well. Or the wave coming over. Yeah, just real life. So you get the watercolours and patterns that the light catches it and stuff. And the smile of a wave and all that kind of thing. This one's got the sunlight, so it's like red or orangey yellow. It's egg yolk colour. So it shows you like, because that sunlight's coming in from one end, so all the light captures in, and then it comes to a stop because all froth. So like, see, it's all white and stuff like. I zoom in. Colours on there and stuff, like bits of green coming through, circular bits of froth. So it relates. So like when you've got this, it's growing straight up in the same sense of like when we see the cross section at a tree, and we see the sun pattern, it's a cross section, isn't it? So really, that knot would grow outwards like this. Same as that horn, same as the lantern bug, etc. See, on this, we've got all the petals come outwards. So when the wave's on its roll and it starts to split apart, see, it's fine there. In fact, that looks like them flowers. Hold on, like them. See how it's caught in spiral, or light getting trapped in there. So like at this point, you can follow that line and that line. You know what I mean? So it's like, well, it can go either way. So you got that pinecone effect, you got your spiral, and then everything's neat, tidy, and then everything starts to splash out. It takes its full forms in that kind of sense. And then each one becomes its own chakra and wave. Oh, we're already there. I thought it was going to be the next one. I suppose we're on topic. And so we've got his flower. The 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 curl of a wave with the water which was trapped inside has made this very tongue-like, you know. I mentioned the butterfly tongue, how it's like that, and then all everything splashing out in every direction. See like that? It looks like that star pattern or a starfish. See it there, and then everything else like that time lapse of the water coming out and turning into a little dot. It's the dot which is moving, but it's left the trail. So like how your hair's formed from the water. You see, you got it again here. And see, it's not in the starfish shape, but you can see where it's growing out and stuff like that kind of thing. And then you've got all the pollen which comes out, so all the information in the light, which is stored in the wave, that's where it comes from. So that's how you associate it with like the male anatomy, and that'd be more like the female, you know, the water itself in that kind of way, and that's the light in the water. And so like the light is masculine. We'll go into details about female and masculine aspects of like the yin and yang and all these kind of things. There's like pros and cons with it, because you've got like, not pros and cons, but you've got female in the male and male in the female. You know what I mean? It's like recognized in each other in a sense and stuff like. But one is one and one is other, so you've got both. But again, how it splays out, it becomes that kind of, rather than just the tunnel or the tube. So you get bugs like that, and they carry that, and that just look like completely alien. But once you understand, you know what to relate it to in a sense and stuff like. It's got it from the flower. So how we're relating like life to the plants and the ocean and the stars, it's all connected in that kind of way and stuff like. So we've got a single wave, a single tooth, sorry, coming out. It can also be the roll of a wave and all that kind of stuff. It's like everything all in one. It always seems to be. I can look at it in like several different ways and still see it, you know, like whether it's the roll or the tooth of a wave, because it's like the water coming out and it creates the head, you know. Like for a duck, you just put a beak on it. So again, the smile, the droplet of water, the curl of a wave, the roll, the horn kind of aspect of a wave, what gets caught inside of a wave once it's filled with water. And so you get everything. It's like overlapping in that kind of way. I see these could be individual teeth of the wave. So you've got the wave coming over, but it's kept to these teeth. It's like a wave in itself. It's like a wave that will move in this way, and then it collapsed and created the teeth. So the tapering, and that horn, is like that inner part of that wave. The inner part wave again. And it collects all that light. This is like a leaf, isn't it? I don't know if you've got any wave aspect to it. Do you know when it's been a few days since you've... Oh, it's been a couple of weeks. I don't know. I can't remember. Obviously relating it to plants and all these kind of things. So with this one, we're relating it to plants, how plants are performed. So you can see the fold of a wave and how it becomes, if that continues and rolls, and then you've got your Fibonacci there, don't you, and stuff like, so that's like connected to it. So you can see that that's the the inner part of a wave. Oh, it is once it's created there. You can see how that part is the wave creating it. So we're the same with plants and insects and everything else. So the leafhopper, how it gives that kind of bowed kind of look to it. So it's kind of smiling in a way. That one's a little bit better. That's all the details, like the tree aspects of it. This is where the trees got it from the ocean. So like each one, oh, I'm running out of time. I'll get on my next one. Nice one, cheers. Thank you.